Hey, it's Glenn Younes, founder and chief creative officer of Corner Unit Media. This time we're talking about social media because it's a lot of what we do for a lot of our clients. Now, we do a lot of data and research and strategy and marketing, but the front door of a lot of our clients for their marketing needs is social media. And so I think today I wanted to talk about what different platforms do what. Now, certainly with a lot of our clients, a lot of agency work out there, people syndicate content on different platforms, meaning the same thing goes on Facebook, that goes on Twitter, that goes on LinkedIn. And if it's strategized properly, that's an okay way to do it. But there's another thought beyond that. And the other thought is all these different platforms do have very different platforms and models for them. So, for example, we'll just break down a couple that people understand so you know what the difference is a little bit. And because maybe people don't, everyone thinks, social media is the same thing. Well, YouTube's very different than Twitter, than LinkedIn, than Instagram, than Facebook, right? Than Snapchat. So let's just start with Twitter, which is still very popular and very useful in certain fields, but it's losing the engagement game, if you will, and the user game to Facebook and Instagram, but regardless, still very powerful. 300 million or so users. Facebook, by the way, 2 billion, to give you an idea. So what I use Twitter for, and what a lot of people use Twitter for, is news. It's the new age newspaper in sports, in media, in politics at the highest levels in DC, just down the road from my office here in Columbia, Maryland. People use Twitter for news, whether it's breaking news, whether it's their newspaper. For me personally, I follow a lot of sports, a lot of fellow reporters. I follow a lot of newspaper and sports outlets and news outlets, and that's what I use Twitter for. I use Twitter for my newspaper. Instead of the Washington Post or the Baltimore Sun, I go to Twitter and I can read all types of news from all types of places, and that's how I have organized and sorted my feed on Twitter. So that's what I use Twitter for, as a news outlet. Facebook is certainly, it's a wildly powerful business tool, but I use Facebook mostly to stay up to date with what's going on with family and friends, to see pictures, to share my life events, to share other people's life events, and again, certainly business, but Twitter newspaper, Facebook family and friends, and keeping up. LinkedIn, from a business model, is very much, for me at least, to research people that I know in different fields to help myself and friends or businesses out. I have a lot of friends in the media, as you know. I have a 15-year background, and one guy was leaving golf to go into football, and I happened to research a couple friends of mine, and got my buddy, true story, an interview at NFL Network. Great, wonderful, So that's what I use LinkedIn for. Again, Twitter newspaper, Facebook keeping up with family and friends, LinkedIn research and business. Instagram is very different. Instagram for me is sort of the fun, sexy thing where you get interesting pictures, and really what Instagram has turned into for me is lifestyle. How and who do I follow? How are they living? How are they living? What's their lifestyle? So that's a little bit of what the different platforms are. And again, you want to disseminate your company's message properly, on message, meaning on the theme of what your company is trying to push, promote, and be about, and do it on these different channels. So when talking about how powerful social media is, I think it's important to understand what different platforms do, and I hope I summed it up for you well today. If you need us, cornerunitmedia.com, info@cornerunitmedia.com gets you to us. We hope we can help you, and we hope this video was helpful. Have a good one.